How about that? Can you hear that? There we go. Welcome to the stream, everybody. The stream where I actually talk to you guys and not myself. So, like I was saying, traditionally, we will jump over and grab the past stream. And again, welcome to everyone on YouTube and welcome to everyone at watchmework.com. Let me grab last week's strip. And we can preview it before we start this week's. So the reason I was smiling at the camera earlier before I got the mic actually turned on. Boop. Hopefully everybody can hear. There we go. So the reason I was grinning at the camera is because I have Invisalign now on my teeth. You can't see it, I don't think, but you can probably hear it because I sound like the Gersperms girl. So let's recap. So we finished out this big giant battle with our evil bad guy. This portal opened behind him and grabbed him and sucked him in. And this odd voice saying, "Your debt must be paid." And then blip, he was gone. And so Bill, traditionally, whoa. And then Frank goes, "What in the heck?" Before he can finish that, because we try to keep it PG-13, even though I know. Was that Dark Princess Gina? And so, what are we doing this week? Let's take a look. Close that tab down. So this week, we've got a little congratulatory hug action happening. And we're going to have Frank and Bill here. And Bill, of course, is lifting Frank up to be at the height, because Frank's only like, you know, knee-high to a grasshopper. And we get to play with Bill's arm some here. Get it nice and big. I want to make sure we don't get too tangential on that. There's Bill's gold cuff. I was not happy with the ponytail placement here. There we go. That's better. It's going to cut into Frank a little bit, but that's okay. We'll just kind of play with Bill's elbow here. You big lug. So let's give Bill a little flare here on the sideburns. We'll ink all that in, of course. Get the necklace right. Boom. Go ahead and save, and then we'll get Gina in here. Dark Gina. Whoops. Supposed to be a curve. I love this flat pencil brush. Holy moly, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, I think Gina should... She's going to be about right here. What I'll do is I'll probably pull out my scale reference to get her exactly right. So the Dark Queen, who has always sort of, you know, she and Bill, in the backstory of Legend of Bill, she and Bill are actually destined to be together. Not Princess Gina, but the Dark Queen. And that was foretold long ago. Now, the question of fate, destiny, you know, there's a bunch of different ways to look at it, right? There's like the Back to the Future method, and then there's the Terminator method. So this is kind of a generic pose here, and I'm not exactly the happiest with it right now. But I want her to have sort of the dreamy look at Bill. But what we may do here is add another layer and just kind of play with this pose. We're gonna end up using this pose again in the next panel for some dialogue. So I feel pretty confident in grabbing this. And let's go ahead and cut and paste. Then we can turn that off. So it might be nice to actually get her hand up here. And you know, she has the gloves on with the thing. Get that going there. And maybe use that same head, right? Except have the shoulder being here, like she's got her head turned, so the neck is going to come down there, so her shoulder would actually be like here, right? It's a pretty rough sketch right there. We'll just do some subtle fun here, you know. Put her hand right over his heart. Like that. We can still have the same face here, right? But we'll press the hair down, obviously, a little more, something like that. We've got that other head, so I'm not too worried about messing that up. But what I do want to get right is the shoulder here. And this is going right into, right to skin, because she is wearing that low-cut dress. Anatomy, 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 anatomy. I want to make sure I get this right. So what we may do is break out some of that, some of the tricks we used last week for that pose. Because I just want to make sure we get this. I'm obviously not going to be that anatomical about the rest of it, but something like that. Also, I don't want, you know, super skin and bones, right? But I do want it to flow, at least a little bit. And I don't think... we could do one sort of... edge of her boob right there, and I think that would be fine. Frank's body is going to be hanging here. Those are Frank's arms. I haven't determined yet whether I want... Actually, I just did. I think I do like that better. I had his arm hanging out like it was kind of going over. But I think I prefer it hanging down this way. Maybe even closer in. I mean, I'd hate to get it confused in the mouth, but yeah, I feel like that works. Clean this up a little bitski. Make that round just so it differentiates itself from the rest of the shape language we got going on here. Frank is being squeezed like a puppy. So I want him to be happy, but he's still kind of like, clean up some of the shape language down here too. Since it's Frank's belly that is going to be hanging down here, I want to get a definite roundness there that plays off that other round shape, and then we'll kind of have just a little bit of ink right there to play that up. Yeah, I think that works better than this sort of generic pose that we had. I think it means more than to just have her kind of standing there like that. Don't know about y'all, but I feel like it anyway. Excuse me. Let's drop it down. So we'll do that. Excuse me again, guys. Wow. That's going to be solid black. I wonder if I should cut in here. Ah, man. I really like the idea of doing that, but I feel like maybe we still trying to get down this shape language here as well, because that really does connect sort of right there. I think we can go all that pink, and we'll still be able to read it. In case anybody's wondering, we're listening to the Witcher soundtrack. Yeah, I mean, technically the hair would be, you know, like pressed up against him like that. And that may work, but I wanna leave at least a little bit of these shapes here. She's got the gem on the outside of her gloves. Something like that. Double check my writing too. While I'm doing that, I'm just going to switch over and check YouTube and watch me work. Hope everybody's doing great. Alright, let me double check my writing here. Let this sync right quick. Oh, we're syncing. We're going. We'll just do a quick sync. Hopefully it won't eat up all the bandwidth. Let's hope. While we're waiting on that to go, since we're shooting up high, we'll do a little bit of tree here. Just to keep it married to that same environment that we've been in this whole time. It's gonna be nice to get into a little different environment with these guys soon. Have some shadow there, some shadow there, shadow there. Obviously that hair is going black. I just want to make sure that it looks like Frank is smiling. All right. Question is, do we want to do like some landscape back here? I don't think so. I think we want to focus on our characters and enjoy them. And then set up the second panel for the reactions. And as I've said before, I don't necessarily, when it comes to copying and pasting across panels, it doesn't bother me if it's fitting the story. if that's what is actually happening. If it would make sense to cut it like that, sort of cinematically, then I say it's a win. I say that's what you do. And I stick with that. I stick by that. So, where did my stuff go? I'll have to use my phone, guys. I thought for sure we got a sync on that, but I guess not. I guess, and we did not. Using all my bandwidth tonight. Okay, so let's start out with Mr. Bill. Dude, that is so weird. Oh, you know what? I wrote it on my laptop. Okay. See, we want to look kind of concerned. Frank is going to turn his gaze up here and match Bill. We're doing all DreamWorks face. Then let's cut Frank off here. Give him a little more concern. Yeah, we're gonna give Dark Gina here a little check mark shape, because that's gonna all go to black in there, like that. And I think we're gonna give like the I'm debating on this as well. If we have her drop her arm, like, Hyper Flippy Pasta, how are you? Thanks, Hyper. I think I got this one worked out. But we should do a, we should definitely do like a viewer night, viewer art, viewer comic night. Or viewer, just like viewer commission, viewer art night. That'd be awesome. Does that make the most sense, or let's actually do this. Let's time together. Hey, CBR, welcome back. We'll clear out those leaves after we ink, just in case. That's very Mad Magazine, Hyper Flippy Pasta. That is pretty funny, though. Definitely, that could go a little blue, could go a little not safe for work, but yeah, there you go. All right, I gotta do some referencing. Let me see if this works. So I'm gonna try out Pure Ref. Let's see where I put it at. I think we found a winner. Yeah, Hyper, we should like I said, we should do a viewer night, and then I could do some of that stuff. That'd be awesome. So let me show you this, you guys. Wow, you got the details, Hyper. I'm impressed. You got them details. Oh, the Bigfoot? Yeah, I did that for a just a little test thing. Was trying out some rigging stuff in Toon Boom, and just threw it together. It actually, a lot of artists, I've talked about this, but a lot of artists be like, oh yeah, I just kind of, I don't know, I just threw that together, whatever, it's fine, whatever, and it's like really good. But no, I legitimately threw that together, and it's okay. There's a lot of issues with it, but it's kind of cute, so I thought, you know what, I'll throw it up there. I kind of migrated all my Adobe stuff over to my personal OBS, and so I've adopted, I learned some things, thanks Adobe, and started making it look a little similar, you know? That's what I was trying to say. Da da da. I need to find the reference that I was wanting to find. Where is it at? Before the preposition at. The reference that I'm looking for is from 2016, guys. 2016. Holy moly. These comic strips, I tell you. These comics. Oi. Where are you? This is not very entertaining, Windows. Not very entertaining. Reference? Oh, from some characters. There we go. That's what I was looking for. That's who I was looking for. I'm still learning how to use Pure Ref as well. It's kind of interesting. So Pure Ref, you can just drop in images, and it seems to do a really good job. And you can pick, you can kind of resize the window, and it's cool. Then just move the reference around inside it, which is nice. And so then if you right click, that's what actually drags the window around, which is pretty cool. I have found it fairly useful so far. So, of what, though? I was looking for a reference for General Fozzik, who is this guy? Oh, look at that. It did it. Hey. And then Gypsy. Aha, I did it again. We'll get this. That's good enough. Alright, so back in here. So it always stays on top, which is cool. Very cool. And then you can just kind of drag it around wherever you want. Like so. And like I say, this is the first time I've ever used it. I played with it just a little bit, so I'm still getting used to the hotkeys and stuff like that. But good enough for us to see. Since we're doing the family togetherness strip. Alright, here we go. So Bill is all like, wait. Where'd all the cell sorts go? And then we're going to follow up basically on the strip where Fozzik came down on the boss's head and went and basically show that he and Gypsy are cool and all good. And one thing I want to do is I'm going to bring a guide down and kind of mark Bill's eye line, because since he and Bill are slightly the same size, or pretty similar in size, Fozzik might be a little bigger, but I wanna give him this third right here, this spot here. Oh, I'm snapped, aren't I? Yep, I'm snapping. There we go. So I'm gonna give Fozzik this top corner up here. And then, of course, I want to actually move him over just a bit. I want to give room for his arm. And, of course, he's going to be happy. He's got kind of a big jaw. Actually make this wider. There we go. So my plan is here, what I'm trying to do visually is mimic sort of what's going on in this first panel with Dark Gina, and then Fozzik and Gypsy, because I want to visually sort of tie those two things together, right? And I don't want it to be like an exact copy, although I actually probably will copy paste Gina over once we get this kind of roughed in. Do something like that. Then, of course, so earlier in the comic strip, Fozzik lost his arm because of Bill. Bill went all rage Bill. Bill Zerk, as the readers like to call it. And Fozzik is actually gonna crack a smile a little bit here. This is his equivalent of a smile. But he went all Bill Zerk and chopped Fozzik's arm off, you know, because that's fun, right? So Fozzik has these big pauldrons on all the time. I like to give him like dents, you know, and scratches and all kinds of stuff like that occasionally. Fozzik is also like a giant, just a big square of a creature with like a pretty high waistline. How does the elf chick look? Oh, in your strip idea, Hyper. I like the idea of black leggings. That's cool. What kind of ankle boots are you thinking? So we're pulling back a little further. On these two than we did on Bill in the other panel. I think I want to lower this down too. We actually could go a little bigger here. Give it just enough breathing room. Oh, okay. I like that idea, Hyper. So then the other pauldron. This is going to be interesting because we're gonna get Gypsy in there. Right, because his arm's like up high, and she's gonna be like in this vicinity. And I literally want to mimic what's going on here. So what I'm gonna do is, as a basis for Gypsy, I'm just gonna come in and grab, not that. Copy, paste. What do we end up with here? Oh yeah. Just gonna drag that down, pop that there. That should be that one. Yeah, something like that. Oh wait, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Man, I love being able to move drawings around. I love being able to get them drawn, move a pivot point, and then just be able to move them kind of where I see fit. It's just so crazy not having that on traditionally, you know? It's so weird for me not to have it. So we're gonna lose all this hair. Long, beautiful hair. So the way this strip is structured too, uh-oh, did I just lose the ability to draw? Nope, I'm good. That must be on a different layer then. Oh, weird. Yeah, that's on that layer. Found ya. Alright. And so with Gypsy, we lose all of this except for these gold earrings. And then Gypsy has the shoulder straps. The brown hair, and then she's got a tie like that. Yeah, we'll do something like that with the hair, but then she's got the gold earring here. Let's go ahead and save that. Let's see. Winkle Picker's right. Her shirt is lace front. Okay. You've definitely thought about this, Hyper, because you've got some details here. You've got some crazy good details on all this. This is kind of some medieval gypsy-ish music to be drawing Gypsy again, so we're doing good. I'm going to go ahead and smash that down, but then I'm going to get another layer right quick, because what I really want to do, and I'm going to knock this back just a bit, is I would love to have Fozzic's arm. See, his giant arm is going to be like, boom. I think we can have some fun here and make this work. And like have his arm be on her. Which would be pretty cool, I think, to have. Let's see, if shoulder's here, wrist is here, puts the elbow there. Ugh, how that, what? Correct? I mean, that's the measurement. That's how you do it. But really? Before we get too many details here, let's figure this out. Let's figure this one out. So, shoulder there. Wrist here. Perpendicular line. That's supposed to be where the elbow is. Do we cheat it? Say shoulder and shoulder. We cheat it up. Scribbles everywhere. Scribbles everywhere. Yep, that does feel better. That's for sure. So that's doing that. And then he's supposed to have another strap here. But I think by putting all these straps in, we're actually losing some of that foreshortening power that we wanted, or that I wanted. I also don't like the idea of that being the curve. I would rather this be the straight, and this be the curve. Specifically like that. We'll do something like this. Yeah. Oh yeah. Normally I wouldn't recommend pulling the trigger on erasing that stuff until I was 100% sure, but in this case, we're going to go with it because I'm feeling pretty confident about this. And in fact, we could... That's a bone right there. And actually, this part of the hand is going to be in front of the arm. Okay. I'm taking my time, guys, working out these poses tonight, just because I want them to work. I want them to work well together, and I want them to be solid callbacks to each other. Yeah, that's better. Alright, so let's go ahead and bash that down. I'm going to play with Fozzic's head just a little bit. Let's go to the free transform. Let's do some nudging. Yeah, I feel better about those proportions like that. So what I was thinking was, in this other layer up here, I mean, these characters deserve some R&R. I could take her hand, because we don't really know where she is in space. I mean, I'd have to have her shoulder come out to the side, but I could have her hand. You know, like it's either an embrace or she's like helping. Like she's holding him up, not holding him up, but something like that, maybe. No, I feel like that would just distract. I feel like it'd be like, hey, look, a hand. And we really just want them focusing on him. Or them, I should say. So I think we just do that and then have the hair coming out the back, and you'll see that it's Gypsy's hair. Okay, I like it. So let's move our buddy over here out of the way. Ooh, you know what? Just for a test right quick. Not you. This guy. Oh, if only I could grab in any window on the screen to get color. That would make Pure Ref the best thing ever. Wow, wow. Okay, let's go ahead and save here. Grab Pure Ref and move it over. Over and over. Alright. I need a new window so I can see what I'm doing on my inks. Boom. Yeah, we need to do the same thing here and tie all this together. Yeah, whatever. We'll figure that out when we start inking. Fozzik is also green, so we're going to have to be careful about our green color choices in here. But I think it'll work out. Rally, rally, I do. Rock and roll. Let's clear some guides. Wherever they might be. Oh, you know what? It made a ruler layer. Done. Alright, so let's go find our favorite inking tool that's not that right there. Let's see if we can try something different. This may be kind of nice. Let's try something a little different tonight. Let's find one we don't often use. I think we Inker G-Nib may be our go-to here. The natural. What does that look like? Looks like black pixels on a screen. G-Nib. What's up, G-Nib? Before I get into this, let me double check my other streams. Hope everybody in YouTube is doing well and watch me work. Welcome as always. All right, let's see here. I always like to start with my balloons, my speech balloons. Don't like that one though. Okay with that one. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Forgot to drop in the balloons over here. How dare I? There we go. Let's see. Da-da-da-dum. This is some epic music right here. Let's actually pull that. I worry about these being a little too thin over here, but that's something we can always fix. We can easily bulk this up. Alright, I think we've gone around the horn on the soundtrack, so let's see what we got. Let's switch over to some FTL. Take it down and do a little chill. Hey, Frankie boy. What do we got here? Huh? Bing bong. I am taking chances with these inks. I'm not pulling my strokes. It's going to punish me here in a minute. Do. That's not exactly what I wanted. Ugh. That's better. Ooh, this G-nib can get thin. I dig that. Carefully. Frank's eyes. I like Frank's eyes. They have a really fun cartoony quality to them. Dig it. Whoops. I've been playing around with clipstudiopaint, and the one thing that I wish it had, maybe I just don't know about it. If any of you out there ever watching or see this on YouTube or anything, leave a comment if you know how to do a selection and drag off a copy of what's under the selection, like in Photoshop, without having to actually copy paste the layer, if that makes sense. Yeah, that'll read as Frank. And Bill's elbow, because we're just playing around. Oh, looks like we're going to be off a little bit. Is that going to pass muster? Looks like it will. What am I doing? Yeah, that'll work. We may be getting way too thick down there. I don't know though. I think we're gonna roll with it. At least from looking at it on the other monitor. Nope, we're gonna roll with it. Boom. Yeah, we're gonna keep Bill's hands pretty stubby. Stubby. That may be a little much. We'll see what it feels like when we get some color on there. We got Frank, we got that. Whenever I do this big black line that divides up the head and neck, I always like to leave that little shape, that little negative space right there, to sort of indicate that he does have a neck. It's just going around it. Sometimes I'll get saucy and flare out the sideburns a little bit. Doot. I'll decide whether I'm going to come in here and do the squinty bottoms. I don't normally like those. will take that though. Put some Crilly blushies. Why not? I'm actually being a pretty rude host this evening. If you're just joining us, my name's Kevin, and I am an artist and cartoonist, and we are working on a comic strip tonight from a comic strip that that I've been drawing for a number of years, syndicated online, called Legend of Bill. I also do a companion strip that comes out on Thursdays usually, called The Gnome Syndicate. My background in art is cartooning, animation, illustration, feature animation, meaning movies, and now I work in the video game industry. But I always still draw and do cartooning. Always. Always, always. So if you have any questions or anything, let me know. I'll be glad to answer them. Anything movie related, art related, I'll do my best. Cartooning related, I'll do my best. We are here just to hang out, have some fun, and make some artwork. Or, well, that's what I'm here for. So, because I would be doing this anyway right now if you guys were joining me, and it's my pleasure to have you. So there's Mr. Bill himself. Let's zoom all the way out for anyone that's kind of just joining us. And I'm going to check my other streams right quick. Make sure everybody's all good. And it looks like we are. I'm also going to switch out, well, water break. Water tonight brought to you by the Rebel Alliance. Those Empire scum will not keep us from making this comic strip. Rock and roll. It's also the time of the night that we get to the quiet portion of the soundtrack. This is usually when I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to go chat, and then it starts to play again. Oop, I did that in the wrong panel. I should have done that over here. It had to be done anyway. It's okay. We're going to be all right. Every little thing gonna be all right. Do 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 do. Oh, come on. Take your time. Easy strokes. Takes different strokes to rule the world. Make sure we get Bill's ponytail in there. I am bad about forgetting his ponytail. Super bad about it. Super bad. This is going to be like one of those, what's different puzzles. All right, let's get up in here on Dark Gina and get this. That nose though. It's got to be right on the money. She's like my hero. Hey, kitty cat, what are you doing here? That's gonna all go to black. Ooh, careful there. Ba-da-da. It's a little strong. I don't want to put too much anatomy and detail into this area because I don't want it to sort of take over. This is one of my favorite bits of this soundtrack. Oh no. That'll probably work. That'll be okay. Wow, I don't know if y'all can hear my phone buzzing in stream, but it's blowing up. I'm debating on the whole details on the hand. I think I'm going to do it anyway. I feel like that the face is going to be a little thick, but I feel like we're going to go with it. CBR, I don't even know. Must be all them tweets. Carpe and all them diems, as they said on Rick and Morty this week. Carpe and all them diems. I don't think that eye is big enough. Ugh. Hey, Adobe, thanks for the host. Even though it might be auto hosting, thank you, thank you. If it's not an auto host, thank you.
And thank you even if it is.
Oh, easy there. Wow, this is just woof. Come on, dude. I think I'm approaching this problem all wrong. Oh, no way. Jose. May have to do this in sections. Do some build up here for the eyes. Eyes, man, I tell you what, eyes are difficult. Eyes are difficult. Yeah, we'll do what we did before, and we'll keep it out of the way down here. Like that. All right. So we got to get Bill going here. Yeah, that's going to work. It's tricky. Yeah, that's okay, because that's going to be pink. And then we'll get that there. All right, let's back up and take a look at what we got. I'm going to drop the, well, first of all, let's grab our paint bucket. Not you, huh? That one. Not multiple referring. Wemo. Yeah, that'll work. Let's drop the sketch and see how untextured it feels. It's actually not too bad. Believe it or not, I don't think. I think we could have gone thicker lines on Frank's antlers, or ears, but it's not terrible. We definitely went all out on the cheeks here. I think some of that we can sort of offset by having some detail like so. And that'll be cool. Oh yeah, we gotta color this in. Oh noes, zoomed in too far. Alright, let's grab our white. All right. All right, let's bring the sketch back and drop that onto that. Bringing sketching back. Do 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 do. Lock it down. Slap it. Lock it. Oh, you know what? I forgot to erase those blushies. I may just leave them in that first panel. My little tribute to Mark Crilly. Mark, if you ever watch this, it was a pleasure meeting you. Do. Get out of there, you leaves. Yeah. Why I oughta. Whoa, still going white. Whoops. There we go. Oh, I forgot to do the shadow on this side. It'll be sort of subtle. A little more subtle about it on this side. Also there. And there. Let's get some lip detail on there as well. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, then we get that. We'll get that. All right, let's get this Fozzik. His armor has seen some better days, my friends. Better days. That is for sure. Woo. There we go. Yep, let's get all of his belts and everything. Here, let's back up just a minute. Take a look, make sure we're getting everything going here on that third panel. I like the bandage. Make sure we save, take a water break. Before we jump into the rest of it here. I love Fozzik as a character. He's so cool. Just the coolest. The coolest ex-villain turned heartthrob orc general interspecies relationship. Just awesome. Make sure we do his tusks justice here. He is an orc general after all. You have to respect his authority. For anybody that's just joining us, if you have any questions, let me know. My name's Kevin, and I'll be glad to answer them. Cartooning, animation, feature animation, games. I've had the ability to do a lot of stuff, so if I can help you, I will. Let's get that eye patch. Get that patch. So I usually handle this like I handle Bill's necklace. Don't like how thick that first one came out, because normally I like to try. I keep it pretty thin. Even that's kind of thick, but that's better than what that was. Bless his heart, though. Even when he smiles, he looks like he's frowning. But that's okay. We love him just the same. Alright, let's see what we can do over here. I also generally like to have fun with his ears. And, let him be pretty expressive at times. Ah, poo. Pew, I say pew. There we go. Do 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 do. Whoops. That's what I get for drawing off to the side. Oh my goodness, it's almost 10 o'clock already. To be quote-unquote simple, this one ended up having some details. I feel like simple meaning that we were able to utilize a panel that had already been drawn. Not that the subject was simple or anything like that. We are handling a lot of characters in this strip, so get his armor going. And get Gypsy going here. Man, it's been a long time since I've drawn her. I mean, you know, that's the thing with the style that we use in Legend of Bill and the Gnome Syndicate. More so in Legend of Bill than the Gnome Syndicate, the women all have sort of a similar form and similar design. But I try to make them look at least a little different, you know? Even though they're clearly similar. Give Gypsy some more pronounced eyebrows. I think see if I can freehand these earrings, not have them be super thick. That'll work. Boy, I kind of left things a mess over on that other side, didn't I? Jeez. Something like that. Like this and like that and like this and so we'll do that. Whoa, too thick. Get way too carried away sometimes. See, a little too tangential. Kitty cat, did you open the door and scare me to death? If you guys saw me looking behind me like this a minute ago, it's because the door opened and I was like, oh Lord. I was expecting that girl from The Ring to like crab walk over to my desk. But it was just the cat. How cliche is that? Yep, we want that like that. There we go. Give him some veins for all his hard work. Ah. There we go. I think that'll work, that'll work, that'll work. He's a little scratched up. Oh, General Fozzik here. Oh yeah, the rest of Gypsy's hair. Whoops. Be nice to get just another layer of leaves down there. Actually, let's go ahead and connect this up because it's going to be nice to get that separate separate level of green color. I feel like we're going to need it against his skin anyway. Because he is green. Oh yeah, we got to do the leaves up here. So then we'll take a quick look at what we've got here before we jump into some flats. Alright, let's close you down. Turn our sketch layer off. Yeah, I feel like that's got some texture to it. Let me make sure I haven't missed any questions. Nope. And nothing in Watch Me Work. Alright. Alright, alright. So, flats time after more water. Cool. Cool, cool. Let's bust down all these ink monos here. Save. There we go. Alright, flats time. Let's get this thing colored, shall we? This is where it kind of gets fun because the Cintiq 21UX, which is the tablet I'm using, is notoriously bad for color. And when I say notoriously bad, I mean notoriously bad. So I'm just looking at the difference between the two. And it is rough seeing the difference. So you're going to see me doing this a lot. Ba 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 ba. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Multiple for referring. Multiple referring. Anything else white? Nope, 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 nope. Oh, off-white. I needed it for right. There. It's just like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. If anybody gets that. Boop. I like to think that my Twitch stream audience knows about Ferris Bueller. Do. Oh, I need to open up my swatches. Man, I wish I could use Pure Ref to grab color. It would be so nice. Oh, does this float? What? Can I float this here? And grab colors? You bet your sweet bippy I can. I saw Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back double feature in the drive-in CBR. That's why I am such a huge Star Wars nerd now. Because that experience was life-changing. Drive-ins are cool. It's actually neat. Here in North Carolina, we have they do movies at the art museum outside in the summer, and we went to one for the first time the other night, and it was actually really cool. It reminded me a lot of going to a drive-in, which I haven't done in forever, obviously, but it was very cool. Yeah, walking around partying, that's what we used to do at football games. High school football games. We would walk around the stadium. Just getting into trouble. Not really getting into trouble, but, you know, pretending we were older than we were. We are rocking and rolling with colors tonight. Bam. Make those earrings pop. Uh-oh. Lucky you didn't get arrested. Ah, now I want to hear the story. Pics or it didn't happen. Let's see. We went red, but we went pink on the nails. That's right. Boom. Oh, no. That's what I wanted. At least this one is flatting a little bit quicker than it usually does, which is great. No mobile devices. Come on now. Yeah, I was talking about that with somebody the other day, how weird it was that like I remember my dad getting a bag phone from his work. Like that was a perk of not really a perk, but like if they needed to get a hold of him, he had this bag phone that he could travel with. And whenever I would go on dates, they would make me take that in the car just in case. A bag phone. It was like a phone in a leather bag, like a little leather piece of luggage, like about, you know, that big. And it had a little antenna that you had to raise up. It was crazy. And it did one thing, make phone calls, and that was it. Hey, somebody dinged me. Hey, Chris. You never had a bag phone? Oh, man. Yep, I remember my my bag phone well. Whoa, easy there, Bill. I remember my bag phone well. I got in trouble multiple times for not calling on that thing. A Palm Pre. Oh, yeah, I had a Palm once before the iPhone came out. In fact, when the iPhone came out, I had a Palm, which is pretty crazy. Oh, it's going well. Just making a comic strip. Got a straight up Legend of Bill here. With most of our main characters and some old favorites coming back at the end here. But yeah, other than that, the background on the stream, you mean? Yeah, shoot, Chris. In case anybody's wondering, in the I'm actually multi-streaming right now off of Restream, and so if anybody's wondering what I'm doing, talking to no one that they see in the channel, it's because I'm looking at watchmework.com. And chatting over there. Yeah, absolutely. Let me get this. You want me to do it right now? Yeah, absolutely. Give me 2 seconds here. Oh, yeah, I can't resize that while it's going, but I can get like close. I can get like up in the camera. Get a little better lighting. Currently, I think CBR, I believe Twitch has the most. I like your story, CBR. Sure, yeah. Let me get this out here, and then I'll move my color window over. So let me make sure 1 to 2 sentence testimonial on stream that I can use and pull as an Instagram post. Sure, yeah. So I can say like watchmework.com is a great platform for streaming. I love the options. I love the pairing, and I think you should all check it out. Something like that. Oh, cool. The pairing is great because it allows you to meet other streamers and sort of share a stream with them, which is something a lot of other platforms don't do yet, to my knowledge, and it makes it really nice to meet the community. Does that work? Awesome. Yeah, go ahead, Chris. Ooh, it's been so long since I've done it. Once I was paired with a musician who was working, and that was kind of cool because while I was doing art, they were composing music, and that was a neat sort of pairing that happened. But that I think that was about it. Yeah, Chris, no problem. Always glad to help out, man. Always glad to help out when I can. When and where. Yeah, CBR. Back to your beer. You know how you got that beer. Oh, no worries, man. I just keep flipping between watching me work YouTube and Twitch and seeing who's talking and where they are. I hit all the bases. Chris, I also like how you guys ding when somebody chats. I think I've said that before, but that's a cool feature. I wish the other services had that feature. Oh yeah, I'm sure Twitch has all that like plugins and extra software and stuff like that, but I whoa, just have not gotten that far yet. But I need to. I need to delve into all of that and get like the follower updates and all that fun stuff going on. As if I would get followers. How presumptuous of me. I don't like that our orc friend here, General Fozzik, is he's just a little too samey over here. With the plants and trees. Let me tell you about the... I think I like him as a lighter shade of pale. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's do a save right there. Yeah, Chris, anytime. Feel free to stop by. Good chatting with you. CBR was known for putting my friends up to doing that stuff for me. So you were the ringleader then. That I will believe. All right, so let's get our text. Let's go ahead and drop our text in here just to make sure. I'm doing this like the most terrible way possible. Wait, ... Doing the text last. It's terrible of me. Ooh, that's a big word. Are we gonna have room for it? Ooh, barely. Oh man, look at this. I am... Cell swords is gonna be too big and too medieval. Oh, CBR, I don't believe that for a minute. Let's go with Mercs. I could go with the nice answer, which is totally against character for him, or this is writing on the fly. I can give it the old, let's just say, actually, let's just say they were fired. Which is kind of funny. It's more in character for him, but we know that he didn't do that. Which is kind of nice too, because it makes him let's see. How about, oh, you know what? We could do something else too. We could do, let's just say their boss was fired. Boom. I dig it. All right, let's get some cut and grad action going on in here. And see what we want to do up in here. Let's go back to button mode, color layer. We are doing that sunset lovin'. So we're going to do that. Then we're going to grab this bright orange that we've been using. And this is not what we want to do because it makes it look muddy. Were we overlaying? I don't think we were overlaying. Nope, we were overlaying. It's like, it should definitely be nighttime by now. Like, there's no two ways about it. But that's okay. We're just gonna roll with it. What do we want to do first? Let's get some of these plants. Nope. Follow adjacent pixel. That's what we want. Hit that color layer. Go ahead and grab that, grab that. Ooh, I don't like that at all. We'll just leave it like that. Try to get all these selections at once for this method. Whoop. Whoa, how did I not get... Oh, no. I misclicked somewhere. Well, so be it. Win some, you lose some. You'll never see it out there, but it's just kind of a bummer. Alright, so we've got our guy there. Let's get into multiply mode. Ah. That always adds a lot right off the bat. What's up, kitty cat? Yeah? Life's treating you pretty hard, huh? Hey, do not rub in the surge protector, man. That would be super bad, okay? Alright, let's get some light on Frank. Quit clawing my legs because you're not going to get petted either way. The way to a human's heart is not through attacking. I don't know when you alien cats are going to learn that. But I can promise you it's true. Alright, let's grab that gradient. How you gonna get at that gradient though? So we'll do the same thing here. Bing. Bing, bing. Okay, we're set to screen because we want it to be light. Whoa, whoa. Just give him a little highlight, like so. Let's work on her glove. Just got the one frame. So use our color layer action yet again. Let's grab that. I'll take it. Let's hit this side. Try to get these corners right here. Multiply. I dig it. I'm not gonna do much to these guys, skin wise and things like that. Although I will do this. Okay, good. That grabs her too. Alright, so let's do color layer for that. And then go grab our soft. Just going to grab a little pink. Oh, I'm in poo. I don't want that. I think I want overlay, don't I? Nope, don't even want overlay. What? I always forget this. No, screen just makes it lighter. Sometimes it's easier for some of this stuff to come in with the mouse, just so you get an instant 100 hit. Just bap. Bap. So that's a little strong for her though. So we'll go. Just give a little bit of color. Go ahead and save that. All right, let's work on this third panel a little bit because we've got more over here. Actually, before we do that, let's hit this gold. Let me go back, get that, grab white. That should grab any gold. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and make one selection for all of the jewels. And his pauldrons. And we'll make one color layer out of all of those guys. We'll come back and grab our pen, make sure we're in white. And then we'll just go in and draw in some highlights right quick. Do 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 do. Bap, bap, bap. We just want to go in and add some little white rim lights here. Something like that. Don't want to go too crazy with it, which I tend to do. Better to have it be subtle. Said no one ever. Let's do this. No, I'm kidding. I just have a hard time respecting it because it feels so good to put those highlights in. And I'm not even, I'm just basically laying them in here. And not looking back at the other panel too. Let's just assume the sun moved between the two panels. Okay, her jewel is gone, but then we're over here. Let's just give a white highlight right there and right there. Hey, originally. Yeah, highlights are fun. No doubt about that. Highlights are fun. And Original E, welcome to the stream. Hope your Monday is going well. And if we haven't met before, I'm Kevin. Nice to meet you. Let's see. Got some highlights on her earrings. The other thing I want to do is pick up just a little bit of this blue color here and come back into the pauldrons. And I'm just going to drop some of this blue line right there. And right there. just to pick up a touch of that sky. Oh, nice. Yeah, seeing improvement is always good. And if you keep at it, it'll keep improving, but I find that I plateau a lot, which is fine. But it's definitely awesome when you get that feeling. So congratulations on that. What kind of art do you do? E-original? E-original, I should say. Oh, who? That's what I wanted. All right, let's see. Oh, we need to add some over here too. I think we might have lost our soundtrack. Either that or it's just ambient space sounds at this point. Space ambiance. Let's do a screen. Now, I believe with the structure of his face, I am going to come in and do some shadowing, which I have not done with the other characters, but his structure is just begging for it. So and Kev gonna give it to him. Yep, just to pop that a little bit. Just gonna pop it. Oh, let's see. I do a lot of digital graphics, trying to improve my fundamentals. Oh, yeah. Well, you're studying the right people. Those names are what I would recommend to anybody. Anytime if I'm at a con and I get asked for recommendations, those are the ones that I go to. So I think you are doing exactly the right thing. Not that you had a question about that, but those references are awesome. I love them. That may be too dark. All right, let's hit his belt, and looks like I forgot to do his arm when I did the face, so we'll go back and make sure that's done as well. Check my other monitor, make sure the colors are holding up. They seem to be. Ba, 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 ba. Original, what did you work on at DreamWorks, and what animation books do you recommend? Oh, so at DreamWorks, I worked on, actually, you know what? This is the disadvantage of not having a mod. I need to set up Nightbot to handle this. In fact, hold on 1 second, Original, and I'm gonna hook you up. Oh, Nightbot is in. We are in. Hold on 1 second. Original, this is the perfect this is the perfect time to do this. And you get to be the first. Boom. Oh, this is cool. Okay. All right, we're going to try this. Original, hopefully you're all about helping me out here. So just hang in there 1 second. I think we got this. Yep, that works. All right, so I added a command to Nightbot. Let's see if it works. There you go. So Original, if you want to check out my movie credits, you can check out that link. If you want to run the credits command, that will give you my IMDb page. and you can go have a look. I did it, CBR. I did it. I have taken a small step into a bigger world. It's pretty sad how excited I am about that working. But original, to answer your question, those are the credits posted there are the movies that I worked on. But on those movies, I did various things. I've done everything from character animation to effects to clothing and filing animation, secondary character animation like crowd work, supervising, stuff like that. And it was all absolutely amazing. I loved it and would not trade it for the world. Those experiences were awesome. Boom. Let's save that. I think that's about all we want to do with these colors before we move on to something a little different. Then I gotta find a place to put my old name here. And we're gonna make that smaller. I feel really weird about having my signature on stuff, but it's kind of it's like a thing for cartoonists that need to do it. It's just like it's like an etiquette thing almost. It's not like a braggy thing. It's like an etiquette thing to have your signature in the strip. But excuse me, but cool. Tied up the general. Got all that set up. Frank looks like a very unhappy puppy. I'll take it. So let's save out all of our JPEGs. We got that. So let's merge layers. Ka-chunk. Then change our image resolution to 72. And then 1200. Single layer TIFF. And then I have to hide over here for just a second. Doing secret stuff. Shh. 14. Of course it's 14. My math is so good. All right, now one more time. One more time. All right. Comic strip done. Oh, hey, yeah, where did that other window go? There you are. I'm going to save it. Nope. And we're going to save that. Nope. We'll close pure ref. Don't save. And then let's open up a little something something that I need to kind of finish up. Maybe I can get at least this one little bit finished. Maybe. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Maybe, baby. So here's something totally different. I am working on a friend's children's book. And I'm designing the characters and doing all the illustrations. It's a small book. It's not anything big. It's just a little project. So this technique that I'm doing here is not like what I do with the comic strips. And so you can see that the inks look a little more natural. You can see that I'm using natural digital brushes, so they have like this sort of bleed on them. And then I'm using this watercolor technique, digital watercolor technique, to sort of get things colored. So it's been a pretty interesting process so far. And I'm actually using a lot of the wet brushes from Mr. Frienden. But I need to find some airplane reference right quick like. Just to see. Not exactly what I was thinking of, but okay. So first things first, let's just lay down like a base color here for the airplane. I'm gonna go a little bit darker. I get so torn between, like, I know this is fake watercolor sort of, so I mean, I know I'm using masks and stuff like that, but I want to keep it as traditional as possible, you know. I'm trying to anyway. I'm trying to. I'm also trying to work with these watercolor brushes and figure out what is... Look how slow. I mean, I'm working at 600 DPI here, so... I don't even know if you guys can see that color go down or not. Jeez, really? These brushes are doing a lot of rendering. Oh, it's thinking. Oh, it's thinking hard. Did it help, though? That's the question. Yeah, it helped tremendously, actually. So that's actually working like watercolor. Plain watercolor. Oof, even that's... Watercolors are expensive to process. At least these are. I mean, I'm using a pretty good sized brush here too, but yeah, it's still kind of hitchy. Look at that. Huh. I bet you guys can't even see what I'm putting down. Yeah, that's going to be tough. Especially with the windows. But, you know, like I said, we are going for sort of a watercolor vibe, so I would expect to have that sort of, some of the washy nature of things, which should be fine. Oh, that's different. That feels really different. That's keeping everything wet. Let's try that. Oh, look at that. Oh, it bleeds down. How cool is that? Holy moly. I think I like this simple wash better than everything else so far. Whoops. thinking hard about that. What if we did a strong red? Since our character... Well, no, because I want that to do the... that could be blue. Let's see. Yeah, I know, you're not supposed to do that. It's watercolors. Then we can come back in and do any darker areas we want to do just by layering, which works pretty well. I'm just fumbling around until 11:30. Just trying to work on how I want to handle this plane. Characters and everything else are a little bit easier, but when you're dealing with a chrome plane in watercolor, it's just kind of like, eh, you know? You kind of want graying stripes. You know? But then coming back into it, you end up not being able to blend like you would watercolor. Which is sort of a pain. But you definitely want to get that air of shininess in it, you know? Feels like at that point you may want to come in with like an acrylic brush, or at least something that's gouache, yeah, gouache-like. Like you get that top right there is going to be your reflectivity, you know? Same thing's going to happen here. Then here I would expect to have like a really bright light. I feel like I'm taking too much time. I just need to rough this stuff in. If you come in with acrylic, buddy, you're going to be painting over, at least, you know, if this were real acrylic paint, you'd be hitting it hard. Yeah, we got a full-on acrylic brush stroke going this time. Yeah, let's drop back to our watercolor. Wash simple. You clearly got to get dark on this thing. And even at this resolution, this thing is chugging. These brushes must be super high res to render. Who? I want to look at something too. Just got a couple more minutes while I look this up. Just found some reference, some lighting reference for this, for an airplane. It's amazing how many of them are white. Interesting. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, would you look at that? Well, that gives me some color ideas anyway. Now that I've fooled around with that. Yeah, I just don't know if that's the right way to go or not. The fake watercolor technique is working, but for these big areas, it's definitely not ideal to work with. Just because of the way the brush is constructed. Well, guys, it is 11:31, and that means that I am going to call it a Monday. I may keep playing with this, we'll see. But to everyone who joined me tonight, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It was a fun stream. We got a comic strip done. We started playing around with this children's book illustration, which was cool. And just basically hung out. So thank you very much for hanging out with me. It was great to meet everybody. E-Original, come back. Whew, stream yawn. It's definitely time to end it, guys. So make sure you look down below and check out everything in the link section. Like, follow, and subscribe. Hey, no problem, CBR. Thank you. And for everyone lurking on all 3 streams tonight, I love the lurk. Appreciate the lurk. Lurkers welcome. So watch my Twitter. Again, the link is down below for announcements of when I'm going to stream again. And if nothing else, maybe I'll see you Monday. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.